am I original? Yeah. Hi, my name is Shane, otherwise known as Flaming Tarot, and I'm a light worker and healer, but most people just refer to me as a psychic because it's easier. And in this series, Ask the Psychic, I go on Reddit communities and find questions about psychics, spirituality, spiritual gifts, your healing journey, and everything in between, and I answer them in this video. So let's go ahead and get started with the first question. Alright, so this first question is called Too Many Psychic Readings. Is there such thing as having too many psychic readings from different people within a given time, like twice a month or something? I'm a believer of timeline jumping, so from how I figured psychics can only provide feedback and information where you currently sit timeline-wise. Is that right? Will seeing too many, like monthly plus, compromise my clarity? I'm not sure how it works at all. Please enlighten me. With 3 E's. So I'm a huge believer in someone receiving too many psychic readings. I know that in a previous episode I had talked about a client that was asking the same question over and over again. Well, it can be the same way with any readings, especially when it's from multiple psychics. I would start by finding a psychic or an advisor that you really resonate with. Once you do that, then you can start getting readings from them, but don't do it like every month or every week or anything like that, because then it's going to be as if the readings are dictating your life. It would be almost as if you're not going to do something unless the reading told you to do something, and that is a really unhealthy way to live. So I say maybe once a month, but I would definitely get it on different topics and just take the advice and run with it, and only go to those psychics when you are seeking real clarity that you cannot find within yourself, because like I said, you do not want the readings to dictate your life. And that's the same with any spiritual what's the word I'm looking for? I was almost about to say task, but it's service. Any spiritual service. It's like with Reiki. Like, the Reiki that I'm going to give you and perform on you is going to help you get to a place of oneself and grounding. You don't need Reiki every time you're going through something. The Reiki is supposed to help you get your energy to that place, but you have to keep it there. It's not that you need Reiki every time something bad happens, because no. Whereas Reiki wouldn't be too, like, interfering with your life and dictating your life, but still, like, why would you waste money for a service when you really don't need that service? So that's how my stance on having too many readings. I definitely agree that that's not the way to go. But on to question number 2. Alright, so question number 2 is called, How do you stop doubting yourself during readings? Hi, I am a 19-year-old psychic medium, and I have been drawn to the spirit world since I was very young. At 12, I actually started doing tarot readings and channeling the energies of those who have passed in order to reassure people that their loved ones are okay. There is this problem I have, though. I second doubt what I hear and what I receive. It's like I have an imposter syndrome, and even though my readings are accurate, I keep on second guessing myself, asking if I really am a medium or just an imposter. What advice can you give me? So I don't know about any other psychics and light workers, and if y'all go through this as well, but I'm right there with you, sir. So I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like, I'll have spirit talk to me. I don't have any dissatisfied clients, and I have a lot of clients that return to me. Yet I still have that imposter syndrome, and usually it'll happen during a reading, and it's like that, especially on pre-recorded readings, that thought comes into my head and my mind just goes blank, yet my camera's recording and I have to do this reading for this person. But I think that happens to a lot of us, honestly. The way I think about it during readings is, okay, this person asked a question. Not all of them ask questions. Some of them just have a general reading. But this person asked a question. There is no right answer. There is no wrong answer. And I'm giving you the right answer. And it's also having to think about that as, yeah, there may be a wrong answer, but I'm always giving that right answer. So you just have to bring your mindset to that to be able to stop second guessing yourself. At least that's what works for me. I don't know about anybody else, but that's what I do. So if you're a psychic or light worker and having this problem too, just try that next time you're doing readings. But on to question number 3. Alright, question number 3 is called Advice on Books to Quickly Develop Psychic Abilities. Hi everyone, I'm looking for recommendations on books that explain practical and fast methods to develop psychic abilities like clairvoyance, telepathy, mediumship, empathy, etc. I'd prefer something with concrete exercises, step-by-step instructions that can give relatively quick results without too much abstract theory. And then they go into a lot of the research that they done, and they say, has anyone read them? Are they effective for rapid development, or do you recommend others that have better methods? So the thing that I find really concerning with this question is the amount of times I read the word quickly and the amount of times I've read the word rapid. Like, I understand you could be, like, really wanting to delve into spirituality and go into your spiritual gifts, but why do you want to rush that? Like, what's the end goal for rushing that? Because at least with me and with a lot of other light workers I've talked to, just going through your healing journey, doing that inner work, and then having your gifts come and increase naturally is the way to go. I've seen so many videos. There was even this woman on TikTok. I don't remember what her name was, but it was a whole series. She opened her third eye way too quickly, and she regretted it so much, and now it's like, oh my god, I hate spirituality, I hate my gifts. Ah! Like, we don't need to be opening our third eyes way too quickly. It's like with me, I started with clairaudience, then the clairvoyance and third eye visions came, then clairsentience came, and then telepathy came, and so on and so forth. It's like just gradually increasing like that is also not to overstimulate you, because it's like, I had posted a video one time on TikTok, which I'll probably post it the week after I post this video. But in that video, I explained how I used to be addicted to a certain substance. Well, there was one day where my heart rate was going wackadoodle, and my spirit team was like, no, do not take that substance or a form of that substance. And I was like, yeah, but my heart rate is going really fast. I need something to slow it down, or I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack. And I went against my guides and I took that substance. My gifts went out of whack tenfold. Like, if that is the full extent of my gifts, that was overstimulating. Like, so say you have a lot of different gifts, why would you want to overstimulate yourself with them all being right there all at one time? You don't know how to deal with it. Because it's like, it takes time to be able to get used to it. It's like with the mumbling I hear. I'm able to block it out because I've been dealing with it so long. With clairsentience, I know how to protect my energy because I've been drained way too many times. It's like, practice makes perfect, and I feel like going and trying to develop them so rapidly, I feel like that's going to ensue in chaos. But that's just my opinion. I'm never judgmental of other people. I let people do what they want. But that's just my opinion. But on to question number 4. Alright, so question number 4 is called Advice on How to Break a Curse. Not trying to come off like I'm throwing a pity party, but I genuinely felt like I've been cursed. I've had a theory for a while that my first workplace cursed everyone who worked there because unusually bad things would happen to everyone who worked there, all within the span of 2 years, including 2 of my co-workers passing away in the same week. I thought after quitting working there, the curse would break, but it's been almost 3 years and there's no end in sight. Bad things always seem to follow me more than the average person. It's been like that almost all my life, so I'm not sure the workplace curse theory is it, but it did get a lot worse after working there. I'm almost hoping it is a curse, because then maybe I'd have a chance trying to ward the bad things away, because if it's not a curse, then I feel like I don't have control over my own situation. This consumes a large part of my thought. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and answer the question. If y'all want to read the rest of it, y'all can. But my answer from the beginning of it to where I got to, my answer has not changed. So yes, there are a lot of dark and crazy things in the spiritual worldview, like curses, entities, all that type of thing. But it's like I've gotten to the point where I just don't even think about it, because it's like, why am I worrying about this negative entity that I know that I'm just going to banish if it comes anywhere near my way? And another thing, put the intention of always being divinely protected out there. It's like, I know that me, my family, my space is always divinely protected, and nothing is ever going to change that. It's like if someone tried to put some black magic thing on me, I don't even do spell work because my spirit team is highly, highly, highly against it for many other reasons that we'll get into in another video. But as far as the intention of protection, if a curse comes my way, or a hex or something bad, it's just going to bounce right off of me, not going to affect me at all, and it's going to be sent back to source for healing and transmutation, because why are you trying to put bad things on me? It's not going to work, and it's not going to happen. I always have that intention of protection. It's like a negative entity cannot come into my space because they are not welcome here, and they know, oh, if he catches me doing something like that I'm not supposed to be doing, he gonna banish me to a place that I don't want to go to, and I don't want to deal with that. It's like the negative entities know not to come here. It's like, yeah, when I lived in the state I lived at before, y'all could try that all y'all wanted to. But now I am powerful enough that y'all know not to play that game with me. So it's like, if you always see yourself as being divinely protected, no curse is going to work against you. It's not going to work there because you're always divinely protected. And also another thing is dwelling on it a lot. That's almost like, what is that thing called? Self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like, if you always have it on your mind and you always think bad things are just going to happen to you, you're basically manifesting that into your reality just by thinking about it 24/7. It's like, you need to think about positive things that go in life, positive mindset. Positive things are always coming to me, and I'm grateful for every positive thing that has ever happened in my life and the things that are to come. So it's like, if there is no curse like you think, you still need to walk around with that mindset to be able to get these bad things happening to you, because if there is no curse, then it's just things that you're manifesting into your life. But on to the last question, question number 5. Alright, question number 5 is, ask the universe for a sign. Coincidence? Hi! This happened last night. This was genuinely weird for me. I was sitting in my car waiting for it to defrost and just kind of said, universe, higher self, could you send me signs? Something obvious, something I'll actually notice. I've never really paid attention before, so I wasn't expecting much. But also because I'm an unwilling skeptic. But that day I had 3 things happen that kind of gave me vibes. I picked up a friend and their perfume cologne smelled exactly like my grandma who has passed and her house. Friend has never worn this perfume before. Out of nowhere I smelled incense that matches the one I own, even though I haven't used it in a long time. It lasted maybe 30 seconds and then disappeared. This one's small, and I guess silly, I ended up with the angel number 666 lined up with the cards I was playing. I don't know if it's coincidence or something more, but it definitely got my attention. LOL. So I always tell people that want to connect with their spirit guides, their ancestors, or just the universe in general, and want like signs that they're doing something right or doing something wrong. Set that intention out there, like what you did by saying, "Oh, universe, higher self, show me signs." Go even further than that. Be like, "Okay, show me a lot of the color red for things I should not do, and show me a lot of the color green for the things that I should do." Like, make it very specific, but then again, that would be me because I would be like second guessing, okay, would this be a sign from the universe? Going back to our last question. But yes, be specific about the signs that you want because that's how a lot of people do receive their information. It's like, show me angel numbers, show me things that I can smell, anything. Just put out that in intention and you will receive. Another thing I want you to think about is when these things happened, what were you thinking about or what were you talking about? Because it could either be a confirmation or it could be leading you down a path that's either going to be good or bad. So it's like always think about, okay, what was I thinking about and what was I trying to ask? What was I trying to get an answer to before this happened? Because that's also going to really help you. But that is Ask a Psychic episode number 4, I think. I'm so bad with remembering what episode we were on because last episode I think was episode 3 and I was thinking it was 3 or 4 and I didn't know. So I think this is 4. I really think so. But that was our episode of Ask the Psychic this week. Love and light.